Minoru Kaganu is resurrected as the son of Baron Kaganu, an aristocracy who lives in the country, after dying in a vehicle accident. He grasps the issue swiftly and detects magic in the air. Dark knights are being created by the Kaganu family, who can use magic to increase their skills. The older sister of Sid, Claire Kaganu, is very talented, and the family has high expectations for her. Sid develops into a background figure who doesn't attract notice, yet at night he emerges to engage bandits. He easily kills the bandits with his slime sword and steals their gold and loot. He also discovers a cage with a rotting animal and realizes that it is possessed and that the cage is magically overloaded. It piques his interest, so he brings it home and performs various experiments with it, including shooting it with magic. The creature then transforms back into a young, attractive elf. Sid is unsure about what to do and decides to pretend. Sid claims he ended her curse on Hero's descendants as the elf begins to awaken. In his final moments, the demon cursed the 3 heroes described in a fictional book about 3 warriors who overcame Diablos. He informs her, adding that the narrative is actually genuine. The cult of Diablos is planning to bring the devil back, he continues. Sid works in the shadows to dismantle the cult while most people had forgotten about Diablos. He introduces himself as Shadow, a shadow hunter who prowls the shadows. After explaining that she has lost everything, Sid asks her if she would join him. She says yes and adds that they must discover more Hero's descendants in order to grow their organization. Sid nods in agreement and identifies the female as Alpha and their company as Shadow Garden. After 3 years, Sid reaches the age of 13. While handily defeating his sister during practice, he appears weak and concedes defeat. At the age of 15, when Claire is, the aristocrats begin to enroll in the Midgar Academy for Dark Knights. Claire vanishes and her room is in disarray the day she had to leave for the academy. Alpha has added more members to their group during those 3 years. According to Beta, Claire was likely abducted by a senior member of the cult of Diablos while she was still alive. Beta pulls out a map and claims they have a limited number of recognized hiding places, but they are unsure of where they keep Claire. Creating a slime knife, Sid launches it towards the map. He ultimately misses the hiding place but promises that his sister will be there. Once Beta realizes the cryptograms are a ruse, Sid's suggested location turns out to be a secret hideout. Claire is being held in chains at the hideout by Viscount Grease. The chains are magic sealing. He remarks that her father taught her how to fight well, but Claire responds that she learned everything through battling her brother. When Grease asks Claire if she was cured when she's shown indications of possession, she replies that there is no way he could have done so. Grease remarks that they should look into her brother as well, just in case. In order to free herself at that precise moment, Claire breaks one of the chains, injuring her right arm in the process. She then threatens to murder him if they ever touch her brother. After Grease knocks her out, a man arrives and alerts him of the invaders. The 7 shadows effortlessly dismember Grease's troops. Alpha approaches them and informs them that they are Shadow Garden and that their goal is to destroy the cult of Diablos. How do they know that name and its mysteries? Thinks Grease. He strikes Alpha, but she easily deflects his blows and hurts him while warning that she won't kill him unless he provides answers. Grease takes a medication to increase his magic after realizing he is overloaded. He succeeds in pushing Alpha away, after which he shatters the ground and flees. The girls split up, and Alpha informs them not to pursue him because Shadow is doing so. Shadow, meantime, is bewildered and has no idea where the females have gone. He runs into Grease while exploring the caverns. Shadow easily deflects his strike as he attacks. Shadow continues by pointing out that although he possesses greater magic power than Alpha, he is unable to use it. He chooses to teach him a lesson and deflects his blows. When Shadow attacks Grease after he finishes cutting him, Grease begins to question whether he has ever been that outmatched in combat. Grease warns him that the darkness in the world is far deeper than he realizes, but Shadow says he will merely go deeper. Grease wants to prove to Shadow that people are worthless, frail, and impotent by taking more medications and becoming even more enhanced. Shadow succeeds in deflecting his blows, and he then dispatches Grease with a great deal of magic. He observes that although he was helpless against the darkness, perhaps Shadow wasn't. Grease falls. The following day, Claire comes home in a foul attitude. Overnight, her wounds begin to heal, and she leaves for the academy. Sid is ready to attend the academy himself, but it's okay because he still has 2 more years to work with the girls. He is horrified when Alpha informs him that it is time for them to leave him. Subscribe to the channel for more anime recaps.